So, Manchester United's Premier League fixtures have been released, or the entire Premier League, basically. But obviously, the reason why I'm saying Manchester United's Premier League fixture has been released is because when the fixture was released, what everybody focused on was Manchester United. I can tell you this for a fact, including Arsenal fans and all of that. All that they focused on was Manchester United. Nobody wanted to talk about, oh, this is how our team's going to fare. Oh, these are our first couple of games. All they wanted to see was Manchester United's first 5 or 6 fixtures. And all the reports, were centered around that. And in truth, that's because Manchester United is Manchester United. A top club, the most talked about club, and will get you clicks. But it is what it is. We're going to just, basically talk about it and basically, break it down step by step and kind of, give you a bit of an idea of what is expected when it comes to Manchester United. Now, in truth, the fixture list is out and basically we can see that at least from the first 5 fixtures, I had to let like 24 hours or so go by. Let me analyze and see what I think about the fixtures and then ask your opinion and thoughts. I know that we can give measured and deeply thought opinions about this Premier League fixture and all of that. And yeah, we're going to break it down slowly. So basically, the Premier League starts August 17th, as it would be for every season. And the catch to this one is basically Man United's first game. Man United's first game is against Arsenal. That is a tough one to accept. That is a tough one to accept because obviously this is not the time for us to start thinking about playing Arsenal. But obviously, as is with the culture for Man United, especially on our first games, Man United always shows up against big teams. So and then now the next game after that is in Fulham. So we play at home at Arsenal first, and then we go away to Fulham, and then we come back home to Burnley, newly promoted Burnley, on the 30th of August, which is match day 3. So we play Arsenal 17th, play Fulham 23rd, and then play Burnley on the 30th. All of these dates are subject to change, obviously, because of TV schedule and time. But they're all set to Saturday. So basically it's that weekend, right? And then after that, we play against Man City, September 13th. I think there's going to be an international break around that time for 14 days. And that's the most annoying international break when we just really get excited and the international break comes. Immediately after the international break, we go to our noisy neighbor City to play. And then we go on to play Chelsea on the 20th of September. That's pretty much 7 days later. And we play Chelsea at home on the 20th of September. And then go on to play Brentford. And then we go to Sunderland. And then after that, Liverpool. So in our first, probably, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, we play the top 4. And the top 4, by top 4, I mean we play against Arsenal, play against Man City, we play against Chelsea, and we play against Liverpool. Then we start to get like Brighton, Nottingham Forest, then Tottenham, then Everton, then Crystal Palace, then Bournemouth, like that. So it just, yeah, it's an interesting. So this is it. In our first 8 games, we play against our 4 biggest rivals in Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Yeah, that is interesting. To an extent, it kind of doesn't fill me with confidence, but at the end of the day, we have to be positive, right? You have to kind of build some momentum. And yeah, my question to you guys is, what do you guys think about the fixtures? What do you think about the Premier League fixtures and how it has shaped up so far, and what is expected? What is expected of Man United? Oh, the transfer window also hasn't really gone to plan as we as Man United fans expected, but it's still early days. So I believe that we should still keep our powders dry and expect the best from our owners and all of that. They're working on deals and all of that. But yeah, the first one is key, and it's against Arsenal. But if we're gonna, dive a little deep into what, most people have been reporting, TalkSport and the rest, they've been talking about, how many points Man United can get from this first 5 fixtures. I've seen someone like Gabi Abolahon, who I know hates Manchester United with every ounce of his soul, giving Man United a chance to only get 15 points from the possible 30 in the Premier League. Yeah, albeit we've had a bad start, bad end, in fact, the entire season for 24-25 was bad, but 25-26 season is a new clean slate, and we'll probably already have like 3 or 4 signings in the door. So why write us off already without even watching us play and all of that? So it is what it is. I've seen a lot of reports. That's why I said everybody focused on Manchester United fixtures. No one talked about like their own fixtures. I mean, look at Arsenal. Arsenal too also has a tough run of fixtures for themselves. Basically, they play Man United, Leeds, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Man City, Newcastle, West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace. So they basically have a couple of London derbies, and then before they start getting it easy from 1st of November, right? So like Arsenal have a tough run of games. What about Liverpool? Liverpool also have a tough run of games. First and foremost, it starts with Bournemouth on the first day. Yep. It starts with Bournemouth on the first day on the 15th of August, Friday night game. They're even the ones that open in the Premier League. And then they go to Newcastle and then play Arsenal, then Burnley. Then they have the Merseyside derby, and then they play Crystal Palace and they play Chelsea, right? And then before they play Man United on the 18th of August. So it's a tough one for even Liverpool. Right. Then I think Man City probably had the easiest of fixtures, or fixture lists. But one thing, okay, so for Man City, they start the fixture on Saturday, 16th of August, and they play Wolverhampton Wanderers, Tottenham Hotspur, Brighton, and then they play Man United 13th September, and then they play Arsenal, Burnley, Brentford, and then Everton. So these ones are easy games for Man City, if I can call it. But for Man United, it's tough. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie, but the truth is, let's not write it off. Let's not write off Man United turning up on the games on days like this. So yeah, now there are other signings in the works for Man United, and there's a chance that we would turn up with a couple of signings, at least 3 or 4 signings, and then some people will be let out, and then we have a solid, growing squad and all of that. So it is what it is. We just have to. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about the fixture. What do you think? How many points do you think Man United can get? I believe in the first 5 fixtures, they're going to get we're going to get a decent number of points, because there's still going to be that, manager bounce. There's still going to be that. Everybody's going to be interested in trying to, basically impress. The players are resting now after the Nations League. Yeah, the players are resting, especially those that were on international duty and all of that. I don't think there's going to be any further international games. Everybody's resting now, except for those who are in the Club World Cup. In the Club World Cup, they're playing. So, and for example, Man City, they're basically playing the Club World Cup. And by the time they'll be done from the Club World Cup by mid-July, they'll have like 2 weeks of rest, and then they're back again for preseason, like 2 or 3 days, or 2 or 3 or 4 preseason fixtures, and then boom, they're back in the Premier League. So fatigue tends to come around September, October, when Man City kind of dip a little bit. So would that be the best time for us to play them? We may never know, but I believe that will be the best time for us to play them. Our players that have come back, pretty strong and pretty, determined and all of that, with a lot of energy, while these other ones will still be kind of recovering from the Club World Cup. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. I think we've overflogged this Premier League fixture. I just believe that Manchester United should not be the topic, even though Man United is a popular club, and that's why we get all the attention and all the clicks. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. How many points do you think Man United is going to get from the Premier League fixtures, at least the first 5 Premier League games? And then how do you think we're going to fare in this season? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.